Shit, what's up, fight fans? I didn't think I was gonna make this fight right here, man. I didn't think I was gonna make it back home. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another edition here at Round One Sports TV. We are currently watching right now entering the ring is Oshasi Foster and Stephen Kubo Fulton, but it is the Isa Pitbull Cruz against Lamont Roach fight card. So right now the tail of the tape is Fulton is 31. Uh Fulton, Stephen Kubo Fulton is 31. Oshasi Foster is 32. 5'6" is Stephen Kubo Fulton. Oshasi Foster is recorded at 5'8", but I don't see the weight. I mean, the size difference. And then Oshasi Foster apparently has 72-inch arm reach over Stephen Kubo Fulton's 70-inch arm reach. Now, um, as the men are already in the ring right now, they've already entered the ring. And I'm gonna give you guys my breakdown on the fight and everything. But interesting story right here in its own right, where that Stephen Kubo Fulton missed weight to compete for Shasi Foster's 130-pound title. Now they agreed to another title fight. Now, by missing weight and not being professional, you were awarded a title fight for missing weight. Stephen Kubo Fulton. You know, sometimes you think that these fighters are awarded these situations or whatever. Well, maybe they had better management. But maybe they had better people talking for them and throwing out advice. What should we do? Maybe we should fight for the 35 WBC interim vacant title. Aha, Eureka moment. So when you see Ryan Garcia coming back from a loss and being awarded a title fight, you know, you start to question the very nature of the organizations. How does these things happen? You know, um, first of all, you know, Mario Barrio is coming off, a celebrity fight with Manny Pacquiao. How is it that the WBC is not ordering him to fight one of his mandatories? Why is it that he gets to choose another fight? So, in order to do so, they needed to make Ryan Garcia a mandatory to him, which in actuality they couldn't do. So, um, the way you know boxing is right now, the WBC elects who they deem worthy to fight and compete for their title. They deem Ryan Garcia worthy of a shot at the title, and Mario Barrio and his team agreed to the fight. Now, behind the scenes, I don't know what's going on with the situation or who's pushing the action, or you know, as a matter of fact, right now, let me check that out. Hold on. Stephen Kubo Fulton, all of them are getting into the ring right now. Let's concentrate on this fight right here. This is gonna be an interesting one. Steven looks fat, right? Well, I never seen him at this weight. So he does look fat. Oh, yo, Shasi looks sharp. He looks strong. I always felt like Oshasi's that big braid in the back would fuck up his like balance or his mobility because he's always tapping him. And I always felt like when something's like tapping you, distracting you, that's exactly what it is. But probably he's been fighting like this for so long with it, he's used to it. Round one starts. Both fighters meet at the center of the ring. Oshasi Foster sizing Stephen Kubo Fulton out. Stephen Kubo Fulton's working the jab, but he's so far just standing right in front. No real side to side movement, just straight up. So Oshasi is choosing to meet him, stepping forward with his long reach trying to shoot the jab, but not really connecting. Stephen Fulton, very sharp. He's got good twitch like muscles. He can react quick. Let's see if he can really get Oshasi's attention with at least the punching power that he has. Is it enough to just like Oshasi's like, I'm just not gonna walk through the front door like that, right? So right now Oshasi popping a jab and Steven's real alert. It's the first round, people. It's a feeling out process, really. Both fighters have not fought at this weight or each other. So they're testing the intelligence of the fighter. That's what I like to always throw out in the first round because these fighters are smart. At this level, Ooh, nice 1-2 by Stephen Fulton. Oshasi Foster wore it well. Seemed like over the top by Stephen Kubo Fulton, 1-2. And Oshasi Foster is still applying pressure, throwing that lengthy jab. Fulton's very alert of it, pawing out the jab right now, measuring distance. Stephen Fulton, Oshasi Foster downstairs to the body. Jab. Oh, Stephen Kubo Fulton comes forward with a 1-2 downstairs. And Stephen Fulton is just, like I said, he's like a cat, and nice one over hook shots, big hook shots over, and Fulton putting a lot of pressure. Oh, swinging big right there, Stephen Kubo Fulton. He's looking for that overhand right. You can tell. He's looking for that like looping shot over the top. And Oshasi Foster, calm, poise, world champion, staying the course, not phased by anything Stephen Kubo Fulton is doing. And Fulton, not known for his power, but early in the fight, trying to land big shots. Both fighters testing each other's chin with the jab, and the round concludes. Good feeling out process round. Thank you for joining us here at Round One Sports Talk. Now, out of that round, what I took was both fighters are smart. They know they're not just going to get away with your everyday, in the gym, in the sparring gym shit, like okey doke, bam, and land it. They can see that the other guy is very seasoned in front of them. Okay. So they know they got to fight. I think that both guys utilize their jab very well. That round right there, I think because more of the pressure from Steven, I'm going to give Stephen Fulton the round. Oshasi Foster kind of like played out the round with his jab. Let's see what Oshasi Foster does in the second round right here, if he really likes to let his hands go. Stephen Kubo Fulton starts the round off with a good jab and a 1-2 over the top. Oshasi Foster is still popping the jab, staying focused. He threw the right over the top right now, but missed. Still trying to find his distance on Stephen, throwing the 1-2 over the top. And Stephen Fulton now is putting up the high guard. He's seeing what he wants to see what Oshasi Foster's power is like. He's going to let him hit him. And he's going to react to it too. Because for everything you do, or for every reaction, for every action, there's a reaction. And Stephen Kubo Fulton is really utilizing his legs right now. He's staying smart for the most part, staying at the end of Oshasi's punches, and he's out on the outside. When he wants to give a good burst, he goes in. But you can see right away that this is not Steven right here. It looks like he's already taken part of the second round off to kind of regenerate or something. Is it the weight? He's a very active fighter, Steven. And he had, for the most part of the second round, he hasn't really even worked the jab. Oshasi Foster is applying pressure going forward right now, popping a few jabs. Stevens threw out a lazy jab, kind of. And here we go, Steven right here. He's ducking down a little bit, trying to show different levels, angles, not staying, keeping his head on the center line. And Oshasi Foster is popping that jab like a strong jab. Like he's letting them know I'm here. Pow, 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 pow. Working it. Stephen Colbo Fulton stab shot over to the body and then big shot over the top, partially lands. Oshasi Foster rolls with the punches, and Oshasi still tries to land that jab. Steven got something here. Oshasi Foster's dropping that hand. He tried him with the check hook. I think Oshasi is banking on the fact that he's allowed the weight for Steven. He's allowing Stephen Kubo Fulton to do what he wants, kind of like right now, and it's not much. Oshasi's like, yeah, I got this. And I think there's going to be a part of the fight where Stephen Kubo Fulton starts to slow down. I don't like him at this weight. He doesn't look great, but neither did Tank Davis against Mario Barrio, and he played the part. So let's see what kind of fighter Stephen Kubo Fulton is. Is he really that dude? Is he really special? And can he look like this with no abs, kind of like a round physique, and still did what Tank Davis did against Mario Barrio when he moved up to 140? So, a big weight jump for Stephen Kubo Fulton, but right now he's not doing too bad. The only thing is in my mind is, can he keep it up? And also Shasi Foster going to kick it into another gear, because I can tell you right now, Oshasi Foster right now, his game plan is to allow a couple rounds to go by. Yeah, he hasn't really opened up. I know Oshasi, he's a dog, and he could fight really well when he wants to. He could brawl, he could mix it up, everything. And he's trying to like bring Steven up into deep waters. I can see it. He's trying to like just keep him busy with the jab right now, popping the jab, throwing an occasional right hand, seeing if he can catch something early. But he's got a game plan. You could see it. I know Shasi Foster. I know him as a fighter, man. And uh he's working right now. And Stephen Kubo Fulton, and what he's doing is trying to at least bank these rounds and then show his pedigree in the later rounds. Could this hold up? I mean, we're in the third round and Steven's doing some awkward little things right now. Couple steps. I don't like Steven's body language, but let's see. He's using a lot of that. Ooh, nice check hook. Steven's timing, I told you, what he lacks in power, he does possess good boxing ability. He does. He really does. I think the fight that should have been happening was with Leo Santa Cruz. I mean, not Leo Santa Cruz. I'm sorry. Oh, oh, come on, baby. Now Steven is working this jab. He is. And Oshasi, I could see it. He's staying to the game plan, baby. I know Oshasi's better than this right here. He's dragging him. He's gonna test Stephen Kubo for, do you belong here? Because I'm in the 130-pound weight division. I have the WBC champion up there. You know, I wonder what Stephen Kubo Fulton weighed in on fight night. I want to see after. Nice stab, jab body. Oshasi Foster is really using his jab. He's going up, down. He's changing levels with it. Uh, and Oshasi's also using his footwork. Oshasi now is you could see him. Now he's standing in front of Kubo Fulton, trying to see if he can get Steven to over commit, react, do a little too much every round, keep him busy. Man, Oshasi Foster, let me tell you the truth, right? Oshasi Foster is actually working his jab to perfection. Um, what he's doing right now is just utilizing the jab. It's enough because Stephen Kubo Fulton is trying to get his attention. Stephen Fulton is throwing hooks, going downstairs to the body, a lot of power shots from Stephen Fulton. But if you haven't noticed, Oshasi Foster hasn't used much of his power. But Stephen Fulton has used a lot of his power. He's throwing big shots and big hook shots over the top. And Fulton, you know, now I can see the height difference in Oshasi Foster. Maybe Fulton was wearing extra padded soles at weigh-in to get a little extra height, right? But on fight night, when I see him in the ring together, you can see where Oshasi Foster is a bit more lengthier and Stevens shorter. Okay. So he was actually, probably wearing some double heel shoes. And here we go right now. And Stephen Fulton right now is trying to. Oh, Oshasi Foster. This is when Oshasi Foster is going to start to open up right now. I guarantee it. We are in round 4 right now. And here goes Oshasi Foster. He's using both hands now. And this is where the job starts. This is where Oshasi starts to break down Stephen Fulton. Now, look at the 1-2, pop, 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 pop. And Stephen Fulton is in the high guard. Oshasi Foster is trying to time him out of the high guard to see when he throws a punch so he can catch him in the exchange. But you could see that now Oshasi's trying to paw out the jab, but also get Stephen to open it, like, do what you were doing. Show me what you were doing. And he's starting to implement the right hand right now, Oshasi. Here goes Stephen Kubo Fulton applying pressure, but I don't think he's hurting Oshasi in any way or discouraging him. Oshasi Foster is still throwing the 1-2 up top. Stephen Kubo Fulton's in the high guard, trying to come in and like I think he's trying to commit to like one shot to really get his attention, to show him, yo, I can punch, I can crack too, right? And Oshasi looking for that right dash. And Oshasi just popping out his jab. He's gonna throw that straight left. Watch. He's gonna pop Stephen Kubo Fulton with that straight left. He's gonna throw the right jab, pop, pop, and right here. Oh, he didn't throw it. Okay. And because Steven's moving his head. He is moving his head. I gotta give him credit. He's not offensively active, but he's staying good movement. He's keeping his head off the center line. And then Steven is now applying pressure to Oshasi Foster. And he's got Oshasi Foster going back. Oshasi Foster said, fuck that, and got out of the corner, got back to the center of the ring. And here we go again. And Oshasi starts to pop the jab again, measuring through the left. Boom. And then Fulton is coming back, standing there, not doing too much right now, circling out. Here comes Oshasi Foster. Boom. Now, the killer of a southpaw fighter is the straight right. Stephen Kubo Fulton got to commit to that straight right. You know what I mean? And he's got to put some pep in it. Okay? And even if, let's say, he hits him, boom, right? And Oshasi Foster, looks like that didn't do nothing. I hope you're trained enough by your coach to realize a poker face. Some fighters ain't gonna give you anything. They can be extremely hurt. Years later in an interview, they say, yo, that shot you hit me with, yo, I saw stars. If you would have hit me with another shot, I probably would have went down. But some of these guys are trained, not some, but they try to keep an a straight face and not give his opponent anything. So sometimes in some of these moments, we see it at home. We like, oh shit, he's hurt to the body. And the fighter may or may not pick up on it. So here we go right now again. I believe we're in the fifth round. Is it the fifth? Sixth? Is that sixth or fifth? Damn, that's so damn small. But Stephen Fulton right now is applying a lot of pressure right now on O'Shaughnessy Foster. And you could see it in O'Shaughnessy Foster's face. He's calm, composed. Uh, he I I want to see when he just starts stepping on the gas and pop. Last round he stepped up. He threw a little bit more. And right here he goes. Here we go. Pop that straight left. And Fulton's pulling out that same 1-2 jab where he's doubling up on the jab. 1-1. But he needs Fulton. His jab is not coming out as fast as it was. He's got to be careful. When you notice your jab ain't coming out fast, you got to be careful because you're going to get caught with shots like that. If Fulton's starting to slow down. Now O'Shaughnessy Foster is starting to pull out the jab, trying to slap his defense down. And O'Shaughnessy Foster looks like, to me anyway, at this point in the fight, the fresher fighter. He's throwing the 1-2, working off the jab, popping it. He's just trying and going downstairs to the body. He just popped the body shot right there. And Fulton's coming in right now, not with the same energy, not with the same entrance or delivery in the early rounds. Fulton goes downstairs right now. He's trying to get it together. There goes that doubling up jab. O'Shaughnessy got to read this. That double up that jab is going to be lazy. Take the second one. Take the punch, but deliver your check hook. Because that second jab ain't going to hurt you. And O'Shaughnessy Foster popping. And Stephen Fulton goes back up into the high guard. You can see where Stephen Fulton has to take time off in these rounds. And O'Shaughnessy Foster capitalizes, but he's not as aggressive as I would like him to be. Well, maybe, him and his coach know the when and the where, when to step on the gas. What round is it that I feel like he should start to take over? O'Shaughnessy's catching him with some pretty decent pretty decent punches, right? But he's allowing Stephen Kubo Fulton to stay in the fight because when O'Shaughnessy just is going back, that Stephen's coming up on the attack, O'Shaughnessy Foster usually is going up in the high guard. He's not waiting for Stephen to hit him and then react off his punch and counter that. As soon as he feels his punch while he's going backwards, punch while going backwards, punch while going forward. So, it could be still early for him, O'Shaughnessy, to he might feel that Stephen is still strong. He's the man that's in the ring with him. Um, this is the sixth round. This is the sixth round. We were in the fifth. Um, I like Oshasi. He needs to put something behind this jab like that, straight down, boom. But not always the straight. Oshasi's a little. He's being a little predictable. It's the jab, straight left, straight left, straight left. Um, Whenever he works with the jab downstairs or whatever, he'll work with the jab downstairs, but it's not a step in, check, left hook or anything. It's the jab, jab down to the stomach, and then the straight left. So Steven can work with this. Yo, Steven, you gotta throw it, baby. Don't be scared, bro. Dip, dip. Take a step to your outside and throw the straight right. He's got to step over Falter's foot. Go this way, Steven. Step on the outside. Um, feint, feint the shot. Step on the outside and throw the right straight down. You will hit him. You would hit him. It's got to be straight though. It's got to be straight. For the most part, Oshazi Foster, he's just up straight. You know, when have you seen him going like this? He's just up straight like this, you know, and he keeps his guard high, but you could sneak that right in straight down the middle. So, mm, I still think Oshazi Foster is just working here, not necessarily toying with Stephen Fulton. He's throwing shots to just make Fulton work. He's gonna gas Fulton out. Come on, baby. Come on, Fulton. I mean, Fulton keeps he does enough in the rounds, but Oshasi Foster right now, I think he's gonna make his move. He can see it in Stephen Fulton. I think the next round he's gonna make his move. I think he's gonna make his move. Okay, when is the right time to make your move in this situation? For me, anyway, right? All right, because I'm watching the fight. When you're in the fight, sometimes you don't see the fight as clearly as the people that are watching you, right? Okay. So since I got a calm approach, I'm not in the fight, right? I'll give Stephen Fulton, and I would, if I was Oshasi Foster right now, what I would do is do exactly what you were doing for the first minute of the next round. For the first minute, Fulton is going to come out, I believe, and he's going to try to show you that he's not tired. So for the first minute, don't open up and then take over after that. Let's see if he does it or if he takes over right away. Um, but we are entering the seventh round right now. Yeah. Who's winning right now? I would say right now, entering the seventh round, I wouldn't mind saying it's 3-3. Um, it's been for the most part uh a boxing match, yeah, but it's been a little like sparring. I both fighters haven't really committed for me to their abilities and to what I think. And I think that Stephen Fulton is there. Oh, Shashi Foster's just not really acknowledging it. He fights to the level of his competitions at times, kind of like a Tio. I've seen him fight more active right now, but the fight is still young. We're at the halfway point. This is where the champions are made in these rounds. It's can you keep this up? Now, Shawty Foster is fighting long. He's fighting at the on the outside, and he's keeping Stephen Kubo Fulton at the end of his punches. Right now, you can see that Stephen Kubo Fulton doesn't have that burst that he had in the earlier rounds. But that's how he was getting in. Now he's a little bit more labored, and it's a little bit more tougher to get past O'Shaughnessy Foster's jab, like he was getting past it in the first round, in the first few rounds. O'Shaughnessy Foster right now is, stalking, pop, popping that left, popping that right, pop, pop. And the judges are seeing that Stephen Fulton is evading, you know, fleeting, going backwards. He's not the one applying the pressure. O'Shaughnessy Foster is applying pressure, and he's starting to sit down on his punches now. You just saw that one? He's throwing with a little heat now. Ooh, nice check hook by O'Shaughnessy Foster. And Stephen Fulton throwing out the jab. O'Shaughnessy staying long, peppering him 1-2, 1-2. Jab. Stephen hasn't really been so active at the closing part of this round. O'Shaughnessy has to be a bit more active, though. I gotta admit, he's gotta he's gotta take more chances. O'Shaughnessy. Well, maybe he doesn't feel like he should. Um, Maybe like I said, he might see or feel that Steven's still strong. He's not at he hasn't softened them up just right yet. And the only person that can determine that is the fighter. Is the fighter. You could see sometimes that the action is a little bit in between, but because of that, either one guy is, or both guys are taking a breath or something in between, or he felt his punch and he's trying to give a good poker face, shake it off in a way, and then, you know, work his way back in the fight, in the inside or whatever, the outside, whatever angle he was working, but start to work again. But you can't just go right in after you got a big shot, because your shit's wobbling, shaking. So right now, boom, we are in the eighth round, and O'Shaughnessy Foster starts off popping the jab, 1-2, swing, swing, boom, boom. Here we go, popping the jab, and then the straight left, straight down. So Stephen Fulton right now, O'Shaughnessy Foster is coming for it. Stephen Fulton threw that straight right down there. He was waiting for O'Shaughnessy Foster to cross that threshold, and he did. O'Shaughnessy Foster felt his shot and is still standing in front of him, applying a lot of pressure, pouring out that jab, trying to break down his defense, and then hitting Stephen Kubo Fulton. Stephen Kubo Fulton jumps off the ropes and gets in the center of the ring, and he is met with a straight left. Ooh, nice. O'Shaughnessy Foster swung big there. Well, Stephen Fulton went underneath it, and right now he is working the jab right now in the center of the ring. Both fighters straight left from Fulton, and Fulton is nice, nice, nice. O'Shaughnessy's quick with his straight left. Oh, and he throws it again, and Fulton is still, for me, O'Shaughnessy's doing good work, but he's allowing Fulton to show forward aggression. And he's the one that's stepping back, going back. Then Fulton meets him with a 1-2, pop, pop. And then O'Shaughnessy steps back, pulls up his guard. Stevens, tries to shove downstairs. O'Shaughnessy 1-2. Fulton evades. Fulton meets him, hits him with the jab. O'Shaughnessy throws the straight left again. Fulton hits him with a body shot. And O'Shaughnessy pops out the jab. 1-2 by Stephen Fulton. Hits nothing but air. He's popping out the jab. O'Shaughnessy misses. O'Shaughnessy throws the jab. Steven evades. and Oshasi throws out another jab, but circling, trying to find a different angle to come in. Fulton's keeping him straight in front of him. Popping the jab, 1-2 by Stephen Fulton. Doesn't really hit anything. Oshasi Foster just popped at the jab. Fulton with a body shot. Oshasi pops at the jab. 1-2 by Stephen. Doesn't really hit anything. Another jab. Nothing. A jab. Nothing. Just keep him at a respectable range. Stephen Fulton over the top with a right hand. Hits, connects. Oshasi Foster's trying to get that back. He's coming in with a 1-2 on Fulton's evading. Good using his footwork. Going out. Oshasi Foster. Um, well, I've been expecting him to step it up into a second gear, but if this is all he got, Stephen Fulton just might last. He might have a swimming vest. I ain't gonna drown, baby. You know? He's still standing up, not sitting down in the corner. He's listening to the corner, his advice. Oh, Stephen Fulton's original corners trainers in the corner, right? That's him? No, that's not him. Oh, all right. Because Bozy Ennis is in the ring with him. So I was just like, here we go. This is the start of the ninth round. Both fighters start in the center of the ring. Both fighters pop a jab. Shasi Foster pops a jab right now. Steven evades, pops his jab back. Oshasi Foster, you know, nice. Okay, so what I was saying nice about is that you're not these two fighters are seasoned. You're not just gonna pop a jab and think you're gonna have to set it up. So Oshasi Foster is popping the jab well right now, actually, and he's been a little successful with it right now. Stephen Fulton is trying to meet him with his jab, but I think at this point Stephen Fulton should maybe get in the inside. This outside shit is not working for him right now. Oshasi's jab is still lightning. 1-2 over the top, and he tags Stephen Fulton. And then Oshasi Foster tags him again. And then he comes over the top and tags him again. And Stephen hasn't, and he throws a 1-2 that throws nothing but air. Oshasi Foster is composed, calm. He looks calculated right now. He looks strong. Oshasi pops that jab. Steven throws his jab, but he hits nothing but air. Oshasi Foster is hitting chin. Tush, tush, tush. He's just snapping that jab right now. He can't miss. Look at him. And Steven's just throwing the jab out now. And I think he's starting to fall apart. Oshasi just caught him on the side of the head. And there's a 1-2 by Oshasi Foster applying the pressure. And Steven hasn't had a lot of success, if any, in this round, just pawing out jabs, trying to stay in the fight. Oshasi, his jab is still quick. I think he should just start putting two combinations together right now, Oshasi, because it's usually just like 1-2, 1-1-1, doubling up on the jab. He needs to let his hands go. And right now, like there, boom, move, baby. But he's a slippery one. He is a slippery one. Stephen Fulton, what he's not doing in offense, his legs are still there. So, and then here goes Oshasi Foster, allowing Stephen Kubo Fulton to come back into the fight. And here comes Stephen Kubo Fulton, just popping his jab, moving his head, and staying in the fight. When I think the sharper work is Oshasi Foster. He's just allowing Steven right now to be in this fight. You guys know this, right? I don't think that Kubo Fulton's what he's doing, I mean, O'Shaughnessy Foster has fought all the way into the ninth round with a 1-2. Um, he's not following that up. 1-2 downstairs to the body. 1-2, maybe an uppercut. One uppercut, you know, 1-3, etc. Like, mix it up. We're kind of late in this fight right now. This is the second half of the fight. I think O'Shaughnessy Foster should really like think about this right now. What are we in? Is this a 10-round fight? No, it's for 12, right? For the interim, right? It's got to be a 12. Yeah, it's a 12-round fight. Yeah, we're in the 10th round. Yo, O'Shaughnessy Foster, my man. So, this is how you lost to Conceiao. You let people like this stay around. Fulton is here we go, O'Shaughnessy. Pop, pop. 1-2, 1-2, straight down. Again, Fulton, move your head and throw that straight right. Stephen Fulton, stop standing in fucking front of him, bro. Step outside. Fulton is just holding his high guard right now and just letting O'Shaughnessy Foster just fire off on him. O'Shaughnessy Foster is just stalking, pop, pop. And Stephen throws that double up on the jab shit again. And O'Shaughnessy Foster over the top, boom, boom, again. Nice body shot by O'Shaughnessy Foster. Now O'Shaughnessy Foster is going downstairs to the body. He's using a jab and he's going downstairs to the body. He should have been doing this earlier, taking Steven's legs away from him because nice 1-2 by Steven, but it partially blocked. Really not doing anything. Um, good, good, good. Nice work. And I think that O'Shaughnessy Foster won the last few rounds. So he has banked the last few rounds. Stevens swinging strong, but nice. Stevens just went 1-2 up top. Now one over the top. Oh, those are big shots too. O'Shaughnessy Foster doubles it up. 1-2, 1-2. And O'Shaughnessy Foster's going backwards now. And here comes Stephen Kobo Fulton punching forward, punching. Is it true that O'Shaughnessy Foster only has a second level with certain guys? Come on, man. It's a good fight. It's definitely a good fight. Fulton is fighting like a champion right now. He's fighting in like he's in championship rounds. He knows the significance of scoring. Nice shot by Fulton. Oh, Fulton! 1-2. He started with that jab that popped O'Shaughnessy Foster's head back. And Fulton is going forward. And then O'Shaughnessy Foster comes out back with a 1-2 of his own and a good left over the top. And then Fulton answers back with a good body shot. And then Fulton hits the check. If I was a referee and I was judging this, the bigger punches, power punches, are being landed by Fulton right now. O'Shaughnessy Foster is putting the 1-2, the jab, everything together, but you can see that Fulton snapped his head back multiple times in that round. So I'm going to go ahead and give that round to Stephen Kubo Fulton. I think he had his punches were more effective on his opponent. So he O'Shaughnessy's sitting down. He has not been able to, from my opinion, to step it up to that second gear. He had moments in the fight after the sixth round, but not really, like I've seen. And here we are right now, and Stevens Fulton in the 11th round swings big. Oshasi Foster's punches landed though. Oh, nice little looping punch by Stephen Fulton. And Oshasi's trying to keep him at range on the outside. Ooh, Stephen is mixing it in, going to the inside, and he got a big shot over the top. And Oshasi Foster is popping, 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 but where's the power? Where's the power at? He's swinging that left hand with conviction right now, but here comes Fulton popping him back with that straight right. That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. And then Oshasi answers back with his own straight left of his own. Fulton blocks that. Boom. Fulton. And who's going backwards here? Is it Steven or Fulton? I mean, Steven Oshasi. Oshasi Foster's going backwards. He's fighting good going backwards. Yes. Yeah, he is fighting good going backwards. And here comes Fulton, Stephen Fulton. If Stephen Fulton hits him with another big shot, because not a lot of power shots, in my opinion, have been landed in this round from Oshasi Foster. And here comes Steph. That was partially blocked. He's got to sneak one of these in. Oshasi looks a little weary right now. He still looks strong. Oh, popping that jab, baby. Fulton, though, very elusive, very elusive. What's up, Bam Bam? How you doing, brother? Wow. Nice shot by Fulton again. Ooh, big shot by Fulton. And Oshasi Foster is on the he's stalking, and he's using the jab. He's got Steven against the ropes right now. And Oshasi's stalking, popping that jab. He, and here goes Stephen Fulton using his legs, taking a breather. At the closing, Oshasi's got to attack him in those rounds because a lot of these rounds right here are very close rounds. What we call in the sport of boxing swing rounds. Some of these rounds could be swing rounds where the judges can see it either way. So it's a very, very close fight going into the championship round. And, if I had to take a guess right now, I kind of got lost in the action. I would say it was even. This fight is even. I would say that Stephen Fulton won like the first, third round, sneaky rounds. Oshasi Foster took over in the middle. And then Stephen snuck in like just before the eighth. Oshasi Foster took over from there. And then Stephen came back. So there's a lot of rounds in there. It's a tricky hand. Trust me. It's like one of those poker hands that you know what I'm saying? Like you got to catch two middle cards and shit. So it hasn't been straight domination from either side. Oshasi Foster right now comes out on the attack, swinging big right now, not really landing anything, but being the aggressor. Stephen Kobo Fulton pouring out the jab, doubling up on the jab right now. Ooh, Oshasi Foster. Was that a slip, trip? What's going on there? And then Oshasi Foster again on the attack. In the 12th round, the championship round, you want to make sure that the judges see that you close well. So Oshasi Foster has chosen to take the first part of the round. Let's see if Stephen Kubo Fulton can close or end big. Who do you guys got in this fight? Who's winning in this fight for you guys? You believe Oshasi Foster is winning this fight with the jab? Do you think that the judges would award him the fight with just the jab? Or is it effective punching? Power punches? What effect does your punch have on your opponent? He might land 15 jabs, but your one punch that staggers him just might award you the round. So, might be interesting. Oshasi's winning this round for the most part right now. He's the one on the attack, stalking Stephen Fulton. Stephen Fulton using his legs, trying throw a looping shot. Oshasi pops him with nice straight right by Oshasi Foster. I mean left right now by Foster. And Stephen is not really done too much in this round. Oshasi Foster is hit. Oh, nice. Oshasi's winning this round so far. How much time is left in the round? 47 seconds I got. That jab, Steven, is not that little lazy jab, pop, is not going to win you the round. You better get active, baby. Oshasi Foster is the one coming forward. He's the one applying pressure. He's the one that's pushing Stephen back right now. This entire round, Stephen is tired. He's doing his best. He's circling, using his feet, evading. You know, he's got that one shot left in him. Oh, but Oshasi Foster clearly won that round. And he might have just won the fight, Oshasi Foster. Uh, he looked like the stronger fighter. He looked like the better of the two, working the jab. Stephen Fulton did have some success in the fight. He did hit Oshasi with some big shots. I think Oshasi was better with his jabs in some points in the fight. I remember at the first half where Stephen was good with the jab. He was very quick, but Oshasi Foster definitely won that 12th round right there. I think Stephen won the 11th round. Um, Oshasi Foster won the 9th, the 8th, I think the 7th, the 6th round. Stephen Fulton won. The 5th round was a swing round. The 4th round was kind of like a swing round. I might have gave the 4th round to Stephen. The 3rd round was, I think, Oshasi's round. The 2nd round was a swing round, and the 1st round was Stephen's round. That's how I had it, like that. So whatever that added up to, have at it. Um, there was a few swing rounds in there for me, and there was a couple rounds where maybe I might have gave it to Steven or to Oshasi Foster, and the judge might have gave it the other way because they saw a bigger punch. You know, so good fight, good fight, but if you ask me, Oshasi Foster's not ready to go up to 135. He won. Oshasi Foster beat him. Damn. Mm-mm-mm. Good job, Oshasi Foster. He was doing a lot of good work with that jab, and I just had to see how the judges were scoring it. Were they accepting Oshasi Foster's jab as, you know, because Stephen Fulton didn't have a lot of, big like punching power. So maybe a lot of his shots didn't show um effective punching, and the judges just thought that they saw a lot of slick punching by Oshasi Foster. And Yeah, I can see it that way. I can see it that way. Um, I gave you what I said about my rounds, and by what I put out, O'Shaughnessy Foster should have won. Um, damn, I mean, you dared to be great, and some might say, Stephen Fulton, did you have to do this? You were already the champion at 122. Couldn't you take like a title defense? And then if you were going to take this title shot to jump up to the third weight division, um, make it count. You lost. You went after O'Shaughnessy Foster, which the WBC agreed with it, and then you miss weight. Then O'Shaughnessy Foster beat you with a jab. Basically, he beat you with the 1-2. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. That's what O'Shaughnessy Foster just beat Stephen Cobo Fulton with. He controlled him with his length, his range, and Fulton was just a smaller guy trying to work his way in with lesser energy because he has to get acclimated to the division. You know what I'm saying? So um I'm a little, thrown back with O'Shaughnessy Foster's performance because if O'Shaughnessy Foster, if you were winning the fight comfortably, I would say, right? You were comfortable throwing the 1-2. Couldn't you give the fans or us more? Couldn't you like try to stop Stephen Fulton? Did you come away with I'll beat him in a unanimous decision, split decision, majority decision? I'll beat him like that, right? Um, and you're okay with that? Like, where's your eye of the tiger? You know, we as fans, we 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 go through some shit, get into a fight sometimes, fighting traffic, playing fucking flight patterns, fucking reservations, Ubers, waiting in line for hours sometimes. We want to see something. And if you felt like Shakur Foster, if you felt like you were winning the fight and this is how you could win the fight, is there any point in that fight that you felt like, or do we feel like, bro, you could have stepped it up? You could have tried to at least stop him. I think he just played it conservative. I can beat you like this, then I'm gonna win. Now, Shasi Foster, man, if you want to be considered like a real candidate at the 135, because from what I'm being told, the minute you entered the ring at 135 for that 135 interim belt, you gave up your real belt at 130. So you gave up a real belt for a fake belt? That's what you just did? And a payday. You still could have got the fight, the payday, but not gave up your belt and not agreed to the 135. So, Shasi Foster, you're going to enter to the new weight division, the 135. You know who's there, right? Tank. Well, it's kind of a ghost town, the 135 right now. So maybe O'Shaughnessy Foster could survive there. Maybe there's a life for him. Let's see. Raymond, Morataya would probably beat the shit out of O'Shaughnessy Foster right now with that performance. Raymond is strong. He's not, I would say, the elite of the fighters of 135, but Raymond might just beat with that kind of performance. You didn't do anything. You didn't stagger Stephen Fulton. You just 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and a little bit of movement. That was enough to win the fight. He gassed out. Stephen Fulton didn't have the energy to fight like he normally does, and you put it in cruise control. Basically, what O'Shaughnessy Foster did. So I don't know. Uh he sure the fuck ain't being Shakur Stevenson like that. The next WBC champion. So he would be the interim to Shakur Stevenson's belt. Am I right? Until the day that Shakur Stevenson gets in the ring with Tio and he vacates that belt, maybe O'Shaughnessy Foster gets elevated to full status, but he's not going to be Shakur like that. Hell no. Um, quiet as kept. O'Shaughnessy Foster probably has more experience than Abdullah Mason. But Abdullah Mason, if you're gonna try to beat Abdullah Mason with that jab, he can meet you with a jab. Abdullah Mason's got a decent jab in his own right, in a quick 1-2. So I'm not convinced you can beat Abdullah Mason. And you're the more experienced fighter, O'Shaughnessy Foster. I should be taking him in the fight if he was to ever fight Abdullah. Because I would just think that he's been in more championship shit. Abdullah Mason doesn't have really no championship experience. What would make me think he could fight O'Shaughnessy Foster? That performance. That performance he just beat Stephen Fulton with. Stephen Fulton was doing decent against him. I don't think he was doing enough to not get stopped or by the top 135 pounders. Nah, you put Stephen Fulton in there with Tank Davis right now. He might go night night. Not might. He is going night night. What did Stephen Fulton do so impressive that other boxers against Tank Davis haven't done? Yuri Gamboa did better than Stephen Fulton tonight. Gamboa, the Olympic guy, the Cuban, and he can box. Tank slipped all around his shots. The boxer. Tank was like slip, slip, pop, 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 pop. Stephen Fulton nor Foster boxed better than Yuri Gamboa versus Tank Davis. Neither of them boxed better than Gamboa tonight. They didn't have better punch selections. They didn't mix up their punches together better. They didn't work punches in feet movement, angles. No, I got to admit, Yuri Gamboa he was throwing punches against Tank. Tank was literally slipping them. Slip, pop, boom, bing, pop. 100%. And that was the boxer that did that. Them Cuban boxers. You watch out for the Cuban guys. You know what I'm saying? They're dangerous. You know? Tank tore that ass up, man. So, like, now the Tank Davis survivors are going to fight. Isa Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach, the real Tank Davis survivors. O'Shaughnessy Foster entering the 135. Uh, Experience wise, he could attack Abdullah Mason. I think Raymond. I think he's strong. I think he's really strong for 135 pounder. I think he's big for the division too. I don't think O'Shaughnessy Foster can, muster his strength. So listen, fight fans, get your predictions in because the Notre Dame's title is on the line here at Round One Sports Talk. Let's see if you can pick the round and the fighter to win the prestigious Notre Dame's world title. So please put in your predictions right now. You cannot pick 7, 8, 9. You can't do that. You have to pick the exact round, whether you believe your fighter is going to stop or go the distance. For instance, I'm automatically going to pick Bang Bang Boogie's prediction because here at Round One Sports Talk, he only goes one way. He goes to unanimous decision, and he's going to probably go with the favorite. He's going to probably pick Lamont Roach. That's going to be Bang Bang Boogie's prediction. Unanimous decision, Lamont Roach, etc. If you want like Isa Pitbull Cruz, say Isa, 8th round, 7th round, by stoppage. TKO knockout will count it. It's all the same. The only thing you have to do in the 12th round is pick the unanimous, split, or majority. You have to say that, okay? To get recognition as the world champion here at Round One Sports Talk, because Las Vegas should be calling you because obviously you can pick these fights. So if you want to join us, break down this last fight right here. I got a late start, but that's okay. We can still run the Notre Dame's world title. This is fucking crazy. Because I actually think that Lamont Roach is going to win this in unanimous decision, right? But I'm not going to pick that. I'm not going to pick that because that's a safe bet. I want action. So I'm going to go round one crazy. Don't put your money on my bet right here. I always tell you guys that because you guys know that when I get to the fight, I do hypothetical a little bit, right? Because I'm kind of wishing a moment. I want the fighters to give you, fight fans, an oh wow moment. Let's wish a knockout. I want to see a fucking knockout, right? So let's, they say, speak it into existence and maybe it happens. So my real pick is Lamont Roach unanimous decision. If you was to bet money, that's what I would put my money on. But if I want something to happen special, right? I'm going to go with Isa Pitbull Cruz. And I think Isa Pitbull Cruz is going to, if he was to get to Lamont Roach, he's going to have to get to him early because Isa's tank, gas tank is in question. I don't know how Isa's gas tank, I mean, he's been messing around in this weight for a little while. Maybe he's got acclimated. Maybe his gas tank will be that much better. But from what I know, what I know is that we're supposed to see a better version of your fighter the next time you see him, Edwin. So you're supposed to see a better version of Isa Pitbull Cruz, technically. You're supposed to see a better version of Lamont Roach, technically. Okay, so I still think if he was going to stop Lamont, he would have to get to him early. Isa's dangerous first 1, 2, 3 rounds. 4th round, dangerous. If Lamont's still standing there, 5, 6 round, that's his fight. It's his fight after that. I think so. I don't know why the number 4 is popping into my head, but I'm gonna say Isa Pitbull Cruz 4th round knockout. Lamont Roach. That's my hypothetical. That's my wishful thinking pick right there. I'm gonna wishful think Isa Pitbull Cruz to knock out Lamont Roach. But if I was putting money on it, I would put Lamont Roach unanimous decision. If I was putting money on it, I would put Lamont Roach. If I was to think of a stoppage, if I was to think of a stoppage, right? Uh if there was any possibility, okay, well, Lamont Roach couldn't knock out Tank, right? When's the last time Lamont Roach knocked out anybody? Well, when he won the belt, right? But that's at 130. We're at 140 right now. I don't know what the fuck Lamont Roach can do at 140, man. I've never seen him here. I, uh, so wait a minute. The WBC interim is vacated. Lamont Roach is 30 years old at 5'7". I should put some volume on this and hear a little bit of it. Hold up. Nah, Esau Pitbull Cruz won that belt when he fought his last fight. So why does Box Rec have him? No, no, no. Hold up, hold on. Let me go back down. Yeah, they got him. Yeah, they got him. No, the Box Rec got him. I was waiting for Box Rec to reload. I was looking at the other website, and now it's popped up on the screen. Yeah, no, the WBC interim world champion is Esau Pitbull Cruz. Yes, yes. I was waiting for it to load. I knew he won that belt in the last fight. This other website and this guy right here on the fucking chat said, "Oh, that was an earlier. That's the interim, the vacant interim was for Shasi Foster's. That's what you're saying, not for this one." Okay, okay, I get it. So if you're wondering, Esau Pitbull Cruz is entering this fight. You know, he has 28 fights, 18 big ways by knockout. He's lost 3 fights, but he's never been knocked out. I just, you know, he's a tough nut to crack. He's never been knocked out or stopped or anything like that. So, but they got him listed at 5'4". I've actually met him. He looks more like 5'3", right? You know, you're always gonna put your biggest height, you know, I guess first, right? Um, 64% knockout ratio. For Esau Pitbull Cruz. You know, Lamont Roach slightly taller than him because Lamont Roach is coming at 5'7" from Esau Pitbull Cruz, alleged 5'4". As you can see right now, look how much taller he is. You see him face to face? They just touched gloves and went to the corners, right? He's more like 5'3", bro. Trust me, I've met Esau Pitbull Cruz, man. All right. So um Lamont looks ready. He looks big at this weight. He doesn't look like that slender Lamont. Let's see. Round 1 starts. Esau, they meet each other at the center of the ring. Esau quickly, you know, opens up with a body shot. Wow. You know, boom, boom. Here it comes. Lamont's gotta be Lamont can't be laggy gagging. Like he wants to start off good, you know, pop and get hot. Esau's coming out hot, hot and ready, like a Little C's pizza. Look at him. And Lamont's keeping that hand up, that right hand up, avoiding them big check hooks from Esau early. You know, Esau for the most. Ooh, bang! Oh, here he goes again, swinging strong. And Lamont is like trying to be cool right now. The situation, cool the moment, and Esau is not. He's like, yo, dude, we're in a fucking fight. And Lamont's trying to be like Like, you're doing too much, Esau, right? And Esau's alerting him, no, I'm trying to rip your fucking head off. Lamont thinks he's going to get that slick, cool, bop, bop, knockout type shit. He could, never know. But Esau is not. And this is what I expected. Ooh, baby. Esau's jab, power jab. Pap, pap. Ooh, he popped Lamont with that power jab. Ooh. Lamont's finding out what it's like to be up here with the big boys. Yeah, you did good against Tank. You did good. He's telling him, keep your hands up. Esau don't care. It's all power shots. Boom, another one downstairs. Even lower from the second one. Boom. Oh, nice. Just stiff jab. Oh, Lamont Roach. Brother, you're not going to get Esau's attention like this. He's been cracked by Tank Davis. Brother, you better have some pop. Nice check hook by Lamont Roach. Fading out. Boom, boom, 1-2. Lamont Roach. He's starting to let his hands go. Right here, they tie up. Referee comes in, breaks the both fighters up. They meet each other at the center of the ring. Esau Pitbull Cruz once again tries a good 2 power shots upstairs. Lamont circles out, blocks partially 1. Lamont Roach is pouring out the jab. I'm not liking this from Lamont because you can see he shows when he can be fast and strong. But it seems like he's got a plan. He's got a plan. He's got a plan. He's going to let Esau Pitbull Cruz get a little bit, wild. And Lamont's going to probably try to counter like right there. He's got to find Esau's speed. I'm going to give Esau Pitbull Cruz that first round. Definitely. I think he landed the bigger shots. Lamont Roach was studying. I'm going to say he was studying. I think right away Lamont Roach did, and Esau Pitbull Cruz did introduce him to his power right away. Yes, I think so. Lamont Roach, he felt what Esau Pitbull Cruz was as a fighter. Right there, you see Esau Pitbull Cruz missing big. Lamont Roach with the Canelo Alvarez side step, evading punch. And I didn't like that look by Lamont. He looked like like strong, but just probably acknowledgement, nothing big. Here comes Lamont, popping out the jab real quick. Esau Pitbull Cruz, you know what he's doing. He's gonna work into the inside. He's gonna lower his shoulder and he's gonna dip underneath Lamont Roach's jab, and he's gonna go down either downstairs or straight upstairs. Esau's plan, either left or right. It's a little, you can know what he's doing. It's easy to say. It's not easy to defend against. He does have 2 hands. So here comes Esau Pitbull Cruz swinging big, ties up on the inside. The referee has to break them up. The referee is on the outside paying close attention because anything can happen in a big fight like this. Both fighters tie up right now. The ref comes in immediately, breaks them up because there's going to be a lot of tie-ups in an Esau Pitbull Cruz fight because he's always working, trying to come in on the fighter. So nice check hook by Lamont Roach. He timed them well. And Lamont Roach is starting to let his hands go and catch Esau Pitbull Cruz coming in a little. So Lamont Roach, he is reading him. I think he needs to. Lamont is real aware of these hook shots, which is making him hesitant from throwing his own jab. Lamont doesn't want to throw his jab out there because Esau's going to greet that with a hook. So nice, good. Perfect example right there. Lamont Roach right there should have used his jab more. He's hesitant on the jab because of Esau's pressure. what he's allowing on Lamont is the step back check hook. Catch Isai coming in. Isai throws a variety of check hooks, strong punches. Lamont rolls with him. I didn't really see anything land really effective. But Lamont Roach looks calm under the storm so far. But this is what the storm's going to look like the entire fight. If Isai Pitbull Cruz can help it, this is what he is. So Lamont can't be so laggy-gaggy, so laid back with his offense and his defense, trying to be too slick, make it look too simple. Like this guy, all he does is throw power hooks. This ain't nothing. When you have that kind of mentality and you're just, not trying to burn energy, you can get caught because you're not reacting to everything because you're telling yourself this ain't shit. This is simple. Look, he's doing a lot. While he, meanwhile, is very explosive, you're showing, oh, this is simple. And in doing that, I've seen fighters get caught like that. Zab Judah got caught like that. AB got caught like that. Great skilled fighters that try to be like, what do you like, they're like looking at all the hard work the other guy's doing and trying to diminish it by acting like it didn't do much for you to work. You do that too long, you're going to laggy gag in between a combination, you're going to get caught. So Lamont, I want him to pick it up, meet a little bit of Cruz's intensity, match it a little bit at times. You don't got to go all out. Like right now, see, that jab is a little better from Lamont. It's more snappy. The 1-2, pop, pop, snapping back. He's anticipating Cruz's hooks. So he's jumping back, pop, pop, and trying to get him. Better. Here we go. There you go, Lamont. And Isai doubling up on the jab. A rarity. There we go. Back to hook shots. Isai trying to hit downstairs at the body. The referee telling them to lift up the punches. Lamont with the 1-2 straight over the top. And boom, nice. Lamont is really trying to time Isai right now. That's what he's doing. He's trying to get that good shot in between. It's those shots that you don't see that hurt you. And it could be a sharp shot in the inside that hurts Isai. Isai's lowering his head, kind of like Mike Tyson is, peekaboo style at times. He doesn't do it quite like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was the best at it, right? But lowering the head, dipping. Lamont's pouring out the jab right now, trying to time Isai. Isai's keeping it tight though. He's really hiding his chin. He takes his chin and he puts it right here so that it's very difficult. And if you throw an uppercut, you're going to get hit with a check hook like that. If you throw an uppercut, you're going to get hit with a check hook. And Lamont Roach just got hit. His glove touched the ground. As soon as I was going to say it, if you throw the uppercut, you're going to trade. And he got caught big by Isai Pitbull Cruz. And Isai's hitting him over the top. Big shots. Isai Cruz was hitting him with the shoulder, jumping up, huh? Referee noticed it. Don't be hitting him with the shoulder. Trying to keep that daze still popping in Lamont's head. You know, that spinning moment. Oh, shit. Isai Pitbull Cruz is swinging strong now. Lamont Roach is letting him fire off. He's letting him, allowing him. Is this a ploy from Lamont Roach? Or is he really hurt? And time break. Woo! It's I was calling the fight like I see it. You know, I said I was right in the moment I was saying it. If he throws that uppercut, he's gonna trade it for a fucking check hook. And he dipped the hand under. It was like a hook uppercut. He went to throw it. It was an uppercut. He threw it. And he got caught. Yeah, that's a knockdown. His glove hit the ground, bro. What is the referee doing? At that, you got to count it or not, right? All right. Lamont Roach comes out and throws out a jab, and Isa Pitbull Cruz. Lamont, you could see he's swinging a little bit stronger. He wants to get his attention, but Isa Pitbull Cruz is real stingy, man. He holds that uppercut is his kryptonite, but if you're gonna land an uppercut on him, oh, we already got a ball shot, low blow. Lamont complaining about a low blow. Isa's real quick on the trigger, so he'll trade your uppercut for his hook. Lamont's trying to hit him, but Isa's like just he lives in the high guard and then explodes. He lives, explodes. He's difficult, but if Lamont was to, you see, in the beginning of the fight, Lamont tried to fight him at distance. Now he's trying to go in close with him because he's like, yo, I'm not be able to have success. This is Isa's game, but you never know. Lamont could sneak him with a good body shot, good uppercut like that on the inside. Isa answers back over the top. Lamont Roach answers with a good shot on the inside, and things are starting to heat up right now. Lamont Roach, they tie up. The referee's going to come in and break him up. Lamont Roach has decided to try to come in. He comes in with a 1-2 right now. Isa pouring out the jab. Lamont Roach hits him with a check hook. Boom, both fighters are swinging strong in the center of the ring right now. Lamont Roach, you can see he's dropping the shoulder and choosing to go in on the inside with Isa Pitbull Cruz because his outside game wasn't having a lot of success. So let's see if he could. Isa lowers his head. The uppercut is tempting, but dangerous. Lamont Roach's choice of weapons right now, I think he should abandon that straight and shorten it with the check hook. I think the check hook would be more effective for Lamont than choosing to throw the 1-2 with the straight. He wants distance, but he's choosing to fight on the inside right now, Lamont Roach. But you could tell you see that check hook right there? That's how you hit Isa Pitbull Cruz right there. Like that. That's how you hit him. At the close, look at that check hook that Lamont hit him at the closing seconds of that round. That's the check hook. Instead of straightening it, because Isa's throwing check hooks too. You know what I'm saying? That punch was a little low. Let me see. And then that one was a good one. That was good money. That was a good body shot check. And Lamont took it well. He took a step back. But Lamont took it well. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. That check hook Lamont Roach hit him with the closing, that's the one that's the punch he needs to utilize. The way he did it. Pop, step back, check hook. Boom, in the inside. Now, ooh, baby, baby. Things are heating up. Esau using a jab even. His coach is probably reminding him, don't abandon your jab. Don't abandon your jab. Work off of it. Because Esau doesn't throw a jab. You know? But, ooh, nice. Doubling up. Come on, man, ref. Let him fight. Nice, Lamont. Good check hook. He's caught Esau's rhythm, timing. Lamont. He caught it. He just can't hurt him. That's what's going on. See, typically, if Lamont hit a guy in his division with that check hook, he'd probably take a step back. Meanwhile, he's hitting Esau, and Esau's coming forward and just tagging 1-2 up the middle. Good uppercut by Esau. Lamont's working. Esau's working. This is a very competitive fight right now. Very, very competitive fight, but I got Esau slightly ahead. Lamont doubles up on that shot, popping out the jab. Esau Pitbull Cruz, they tie up. I think the referee's going to break him up. This has not been the type of referee that lets them punch out of, their clinches. Like some referee wants you to work out of the clinch, and some referees will come right in and break you up. This is a referee that breaks you up right away. So you got to notice it. And Esau Pitbull Cruz is timing him with this check hook, but Lamont Roach is doing some crafty work. Pay attention to what Lamont Roach is doing. Pay attention to what he's doing. He's sharp. He's sharp. He just doesn't have the punching power. That's what you're seeing. He hasn't been able to discourage Esau Pitbull Cruz. No, he hasn't. That's the only thing that I could see that's missing out of Lamont Roach's fight game right now. Lamont is smart right now. He's blocking what he needs to. He is sneaking his shots in. He's catching Esau with that check hook. He's just not hurting him. That's what you're missing. And for Esau Pitbull Cruz, he's hurting Lamont Roach. You could see Esau's Cruz punches hurt. He just doesn't have the slick style. It's a more bludgeon style, a more brawler, clubber kind of style. But Esau's strong, and Lamont is trying to fight him. He's rolling with punches, slipping punches like you see right now. Lamont is in shape for this fight. You can see he has a plan. He just, the round finish, he took out his tongue to the crowd. I think their plan, one part of their plan, just in case if you get here, Esau might start to fatigue or have to take a round off, right? One would say, okay? And Lamont might try to, but Esau might be very prepared. He might have brought a life jacket. We ain't drowning today. We swimming in shark-infested waters. That's what we do. We Esau Pitbull Cruz, baby. You know what I'm saying? And you better believe when you see a Mexican fight against the Americans, they gonna show up and show out. And that's what you got here right now. This is why this fight was good. This is why. And fucking Tank Davis's punk ass ain't in this fight fighting neither of these guys. These guys are out here giving us the fight we want. And Lamont Roach is doing some work right now. Was it effective? He's taking the round off. 1-2 from Esau. Step back. If he doesn't throw no punches right now, boom, boom. He threw a body shot, though. This is where Esau starts to he's fucking banging with Lamont. Did Lamont get hurt with a shot there? I thought Lamont was opening up, and then all of a sudden I saw his body moving, kind of just like boom. I gotta go back and watch that. Ooh, nice, Lamont. Good timing on that check hook, Lamont. Good timing. It just doesn't seem like it's affecting Isa Pitbull Cruz. Getting a little sloppy with the fight here. Okay, back to the action. Pop, pop. Wow, both jab, both fight. Ooh, nice. Yo, Lamont Roach is quick on that trigger. He can he's just not hurting him, man. I'm trying to tell you. Isaac Cruz's punches are slightly looking stronger. Just slightly. Nice check hook by Lamont Roach. Good timing. Damn, bro. He's catching Isai. He is catching Isai Pitbull Cruz. He's catching him. And Lamont flicks the jab. Isai twitches, switches angles, throws out the jab downstairs to the body, pops the jab. Isai's got a strong jab whenever he wants to throw it. It's a stiff jab. Here comes Lamont Roach, Isai's check hook. Whenever Lamont starts to open up with his punches, though, Isai just blasts him with a fucking check hook. And he kind of like goes through Lamont. And then Lamont recenters. Ooh, Lamont looked a little hurt right there at the last. What's wrong with him? He went like that. Like, what was this? What was that? The hell was that? Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. He looks good. He looks good. I can't hear the fight, of course, because you guys know how I do at Round One Sports Talk. If I'm gonna commentate a fight, then I'm gonna break down a fight. I don't need to hear these guys. You know how I do, right? So far, interesting fight. I still got Isa Pitbull Cruz winning this fight so far. Um, they awarded that knockdown, right? Right? Can it's anybody y'all put it down in the chat, right? Um, what you guys think? Who's winning the fight? Can anybody put down in the chat what you guys, who you guys think that's up on the fight and how you have this fight scored right now? So definitely Isa Pitbull Cruz did not knock out Lamont Roach in the fourth round or anything. Like I was wishful thinking. Ooh, Lamont Roach is peppering them right now. Good hand movement. He's tagging Esau right now. These shots can't be no. Whoa! Nice check hook. Nice check hook. Lamont Roach figured out Isa Pitbull Cruz. He figured him out. Can he like secure these rounds from here on in now? Now that he figured him out. Isa Pitbull Cruz's only option is to make it dirty. Lamont Roach did some slick shit in this round so far. He shut Isa Pitbull Cruz down this entire round so far. Great check hook again by Lamont Roach. They taking a point? Oh no! Oh no! That might have just changed the fight. Because Lamont Roach just figured out Esau Pitbull Cruz. He's got his timing, everything. Nice. Nice jab. Boom, pop. Wow. Lamont, yo. Esau's not getting in there no more. Lamont figured him out. With that point deduction, damn, that might tie the fight right now. Esau's got to stay composed. He can't let that point deduction in his head. You see how he tried to pop with the shoulder? Lamont Roach fired off on him. And this is where we thought, and I thought, that Esau Pitbull Cruz would take a round off. Because his gas tank, we've seen this in a lot of his fights. It looks like Esau Pitbull Cruz took off the round. And there was another low blow scored there, but they didn't take no. Okay. So Lamont Roach clearly won that round for me. He definitely had better timing in the sequences of the punches. He had and especially they're showing the highlight right now about the point deduction. With the point deduction alone, he wins the round. Could that be a 10-7 round? Unheard of, right? Because he was winning the round regardless of the point reduction. To give him a 10-9, he was already winning a 10-9. So you're going to give him a 10-8 is what you're going to do. But what if he was winning the round 10-8 and he got a point deduction? Esau didn't do shit that round. Here we go, both men right now popping the jabs, and Esau swinging big again, but expect it. That's what he does. Nice. Lamont Roach, he's doing exactly what you need to do. Different fight from Rayo's fight, different, but effective. Ooh, nice 1-2 by Lamont Roach. Straight down, pop, pop. Ooh, really checked Esau Pitbull Cruz. I like what Lamont Roach is doing right now in this fight. I like it a lot. I like the fact that Lamont Roach is controlling distance, range, and Esau Pitbull Cruz is finding very difficult to come inside and land these hooks. Lamont Roach is peppering them, styling on them right now, as you can see right there, putting his hands together. And he just can't fall asleep right now from these monster explosive check hooks. Don't fall asleep on the speed that Esau still has in the delivery of those check hooks. Lamont Roach got him figured out, bro. Straight figured out. Since that moment in the fight, Esau hasn't been able to land a good, clean shot since then. Lamont has taken over. He's using his footwork. He's styling on him. And Esau hasn't really landed anything, I think that Esau Pitbull Cruz needs to settle back in, stop blistering in, confuse Lamont Roach, take him back out of your rhythm. Don't do what you were doing. Make him think. Make him attack. You lost the last round. You're losing this round horribly, but at the same time, like right now, like what Esau's doing, that little evading, he's switching it up, then going downstairs. That's what I'm talking about. See, Esau's giving him a different look. Esau practiced this. He noticed that sometimes he can be predictable. Whoa! Esau stuck out his tongue. Esau knows he was just losing this fight. Esau Pitbull Cruz needed to take a breather. And Lamont Roach saw that and stole these last, didn't steal them. He didn't steal anything. He straight up beat up Esau Pitbull Cruz the last 2 rounds. So he didn't steal shit. But you see, I was talking about this leading into the fight. Pay attention to what I'm saying. That I know that Esau Pitbull Cruz is going to take time off and rounds off in this fight. I expected that. And then I expect him to step it back up. Esau's a good closer. He's not Sandor Martin against Teofimo Lopez. He's not. Sandor didn't close. Esau can close. He might not always knock out everybody at the closing, but he'll fight strong. And right now, Lamont Roach circling, Esau Pitbull Cruz attacking the body, stepping out, using the 1-2, using the jab to try to work his way back in. Lamont Roach is trying to time Esau Pitbull Cruz's forward aggression. So when he sees that he times him, then Esau decides to step back. Lamont applies pressure. That's what you're supposed to do. So that's what Lamont's doing right now. So he's got to, weather the. Ooh, Esau got a good shot up top. Here comes the referee breaking him up inside. They both fighters in the center of the ring right now. Esau Pitbull Cruz tries to attack the body. Lamont Roach stalking. Ooh, nice feint by Esau, made a big reaction from Lamont. And both fighters, nothing. They both throw shots, but nothing really effective. Esau Pitbull Cruz flickering the jab, flick. And Lamont Roach stalking, but not really throwing anything. Esau Pitbull Cruz is the one that's choosing to throw. And another low blow by Esau Pitbull Cruz, but the referee did not see it. Lamont Roach throws 2, but he gets clipped with the check hook again from Esau over the top. Lamont Roach throws 2, 3 shots straight down the pike. Does connect. Esau Pitbull Cruz choose to use his footwork. Lamont Roach popping the jab. 1-2 straight down the pike. Lamont ties up with Esau Pitbull Cruz. Esau Cruz threw 2 punches and missed both of them. Lamont Roach connects with the check hook, timing Esau Pitbull Cruz beautifully again and meeting him again with another check hook. Esau Pitbull Cruz meets him at the center of the ring with a check hook of his own. They tie up. The referee breaks him up. Esau Pitbull Cruz blocks the jab from Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach tries to attack the body, blocked by Esau Pitbull Cruz. Both fighters throwing punches on the inside. The referee breaks him up. Esau Pitbull Cruz once again choosing. Oh, Lamont Roach catches him with a good check hook. They tie up right now a little bit. Underhooking. This is not the UFC. Wrong sport. And the ref breaks them up again. And it's the ending of the round. Esau Pitbull Cruz looks tired. He looks tired. His dad's in front of him. His whole team is trying to will him back into the fight. He's drinking water, I can't see whether big breaths or I couldn't see real, but he looks like he's in a fight. I would like to see what Lamont Roach looks like right now. The referee stepping in, letting them know what round it is. Esau Pitbull Cruz father giving him instructions, willing him back into the fight, telling his son, "You got this. You're the champion. Believe in yourself. Believe in your training. This is what we prepared for, and this is why we have a fight." Here we go once again at the middle of the ring, 1-2 from Lamont Roach greets Esau Pitbull Cruz, partially blocked. Esau stepping back, choosing angles, sidestepping. Lamont Roach greets him with a straight, a good check right hook and swinging hard. Esau throws the jab right now. I didn't see what Copy Box had right now. I'm too focused on the action. So then Lamont Roach uses the jab, check hook. What was that? A little stagger? What's going on? What was that? And then Lamont Roach working back. Esau Pitbull Cruz 1-2 again. What round are we in? 10th round? Okay. So Esau Pitbull Cruz being a little bit more measured. You could see that he's preserving a little energy. He wants Lamont Roach to come in, but Lamont Roach wants him to come in. Esau Pitbull Cruz right now comes in with a forward attack, tries to attack the body. Lamont Roach acts like a fucking, like a bull, like a matador, and gets caught with a check hook for acting like a matador. And then Esau Pitbull Cruz is still being the forward aggressor right now, and Lamont Roach is going backwards. He's trying to time Esau Pitbull Cruz. He puts Esau extends the jab and keeps him out there at the distance. And Lamont Roach is circling out right now, but Esau Pitbull Cruz and the referee breaks them up once again. So Esau Pitbull Cruz, for the most part of this round right here, he's winning this round right now. He's the forward aggressor. He landed some shots. What the fuck was that? Esau, get the hell back in the ring. He got his head out the side of the ring because they got tied up on the ropes there. And Esau pops the jab right now. And it seems like Lamont Roach is taking this, but a good check hook from Lamont Roach. Well timed once again. Let's see if Esau Pitbull Cruz can answer back with a good 2-1-2 downstairs to the body. Lamont Roach pops out that jab, pops it out again. Esau on the attack. Lamont Roach is on his bicycle, and he's antagonizing Esau Pitbull Cruz. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come meet me. Then let's go. The fuck you doing? Both fighters taking a breather. Esau Pitbull Cruz is taking a breather, and Lamont Roach allowed him to take a breather. Because just like Lamont Roach was just antagonizing him and enticing him, he should have attacked him when he saw that he wasn't attacking him. You know what I mean? And then there's the ending of the round. Where do you guys have this fight right now? Who do you guys got winning in the fight right now? Do you got Esau Pitbull Cruz winning the fight, or do you got Lamont Roach winning the fight? Let me know right now in the comments. Lamont Roach needs some milk. He needs some milk. He's kind of fighting the wrong fight right now. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, what round are we in? 11th? Okay. So, uh, they right now, Copybox got it tied 94-94. Tight fight. Um, Esau Pitbull Cruz's gas tank is coming into question right now, like I said. And Lamont Roach needed to prepare for this. Lamont Roach has his timing. Lamont Roach is, wow, that uppercut is coming up. Yo, he threw two of them. He just missed by like millimeters. I mean, like that, bro. He almost caught Isa Pitbull Cruz's jaw with that. Uh Isa, they tie up. um, I don't know how you guys got it right now. That point reduction is gonna play into factor here. So that basically turns it into a fight. So without the knockdown and the point reduction, right? Because they awarded him the knockdown, right? Right? Or nice jab. Oh my goodness. Lamont Roach, I like when he starts working because he really shows that he has Esau figured out. But okay, yes, you're human. Yeah, you're a human being. So yeah, you're gonna breathe sometimes unless you're like Mayweather or Naoya Inoue or Terence Crawford, any of those elite guys. Everybody else that's human is gonna probably take a little break. But right now, the action has not stopped. I like this action between Lamont Roach and Isa Pitbull Cruz. When it gets like this, it's kind of difficult to judge because I see a lot of good work Lamont's doing, right? And Isa's right there, though. He's right there. He's right there. Like right here. Isa didn't do shit, but Lamont didn't do shit. See? And then Isa pops the jab. Lamont slides. He signals somebody, catches Esau with another beautiful check hook, and Lamont gets caught big right there. And Esau's pin. Oh my God! Yeah, let's go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! They're fucking throwing in the middle of the ring. That's what I like right there. That's a motherfucking fight right there. Whoa! Yeah, baby. That's what we paid for. That's what we paid for. Shit like that. Get me out of my seat. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm fucking talking about. We banging now. Whoa! God damn it. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, I saw Esau catch Lamont, and I saw Lamont, and then Lamont fucking punched him, and Esau went like that. Whoa! That's what I'm talking about right there. I like the closing part of that round. Let's go. You think Roach is winning? You think Lamont Roach's hand is broken? I mean, I noticed that he was throwing it like, but yeah, there's different kind of breaks. I gotta admit, I gotta watch this last round. Hold up. Bang bang. Esau comes out quick with the 1-2, and he's throwing it over the top. Esau's launching it. I told you Esau's a closer. He'll take those rounds off, but he's a closer. See what I'm saying? He's a fucking closer, bro. Man, I know what I'm talking about. And here comes Esau's putting a lot of pressure on him in the first half. Ooh, and he's trading again. Bang. And Lamont Roach comes back over. Boom, boom. And Lamont is evading Esau with a nice good check hook over the top. Lamont Roach is timing him with a beautiful check. And Esau Pitbull Cruz is on him like a cheap suit on Sunday morning in church. I'm trying to tell you, they're in attendance. And Esau Pitbull Cruz, I told you guys, man, I know my fighters. Esau's gonna close strong, bro. And Lamont, oh, nice, good check hook. Lamont, Lamont's got a beard, bro. Lamont's taking his Esau's power though, pretty good. I mean, I know this gotta hurt, bro, because you could see when he hits him, he goes like this. He like goes like that. So, and here comes Lamont. Nice check. Good jab. Mm-mm. They tie up. Referee, come on, break him up, break him up, break him up, break him up. Let's see. Oh, Lamar Roach. Oh, good 1-2 check hook. He got Isa. It just doesn't look like it's stopping Isa. Either he's got an amazing poker face. Oh my God, they're trading check hooks. Don't hook with a hooker. Do not hook with a hooker, baby. You're not going to want to do it. Don't do it. Isa stalking. He's stalking. Oh shit. Isa went 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Step, step. Ooh, baby. Come on, Lamar Roach. Oh, ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, this is a good fight. It's a good fight. It's a pretty. He had his little dips, but good fight, man. Great fucking fight, man. All right, man. Listen. Oh, Lamar Roach is timing Isa. Isa just. That's what you're seeing. He's not hurting him. That's why Isa's able to throw that other check hook. Had Lamont straight right hurt Isa, he wouldn't throw that other hook. Or he would catch him and it would look labored. Oh my goodness, baby. Woo! They are battling! Wow, the fight's over. Man, that was amazing. Yeah! Yeah! One for the little dudes. Ah! You know what I'm saying? Little dudes playing around in big boy divisions, you know what I'm saying? With the big dogs. You know what I mean? When you up here with the big dogs, you got to play like the big dogs. You know what I mean? And two little dot guys playing in the 140. If you ask me, neither of them belong here, right? But for the little dudes, bro, machismo, big night. Big fucking night, baby. One for the little guys. We fucking showed up and showed out. Let's fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Yeah, that was that look. Remember when I said Lamar Roach had that look? You'll go back and watch the tape. He was like that and shit. I was like, what the fuck that mean? Yo, they count that? Because I ain't got no value. Who do you guys think won this fight? Roach right hand. Who the fuck type Usyk? What the fuck are you type? What? Jason Williams? What are you typing? What round? We all know this though. We all Jason Williams. What are you doing? What is this? Ukraine? What? What? What are you typing? I think when they hit Cruz head, it hurts. Their hand. Tank did the same thing. Well, no. That's for 100% of men in the world. If you don't already know this, the strongest part of the human body is the forehead. And one of the best tricks in boxing, I don't recommend you do this, okay? But I know it works. If you can dip your head, your forehead at the right timing when he throws his punch, if you can go like this and make his knuckle hit the top of your forehead, you could break his hand. But you could also knock yourself out. Depending how your body responds to that kind of shot. Yeah, you might break his hand, and some guys can take the shot and like walk through it. Okay? So, oh shit, what's going on? What's going on? One guy raised his hand and then Rocha raised his hand. I gotta raise some volume. I gotta hear this. Hold on. No, 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 no. No, no, I turned. Oh, come on, baby. Don't do that to me right now. I pressed the wrong fucking button. It's a draw? Tell me that fight was a draw. Baby, don't fucking say that fight was a draw. No. Yo, I didn't hear that. Bang Bang, was it really a draw? They raised their both hands. Typically, when I see that, that means that it's a draw. I don't fucking need to hear it. Was that a real fucking draw? Did they really just call that a fucking draw? Fuck, man. Was that really a draw, guys? Rocha won? Did he win the fight or was it a draw? It was a draw? Or are you saying that Rocha won because it's your fucking opinion? Bro, I got to put some volume on this. This was big, guys. The reason why I'm fucking so emotional, so fucking pissed off, because I thought this would put pressure on Tank Davis. If we got a clear winner, the winner out of these two guys would have challenged Tank. And then we get fucking Tank out of his, maybe we would have, maybe whatever, but that was the play. We needed a winner. We need a fucking, and Esau got his belt around his fucking shoulder. This was a draw. I don't need to hear it. I can see the evidence. You Are we ever going to see Tank Davis in a fight again? Are we ever going to back him into a corner? Are we going to get a worthy foe? What are we going to do? We're going to wait for the winner out of Tio and Stephen Fulton? Is that what we're doing? He's not moving up there. Tank ain't fighting. Man, a fucking draw, man. By getting a draw, you got a draw out of the Tank Davis fight. So technically, Lamont Roach, when you enter your next fight, you're coming off back-to-back draws. Not back-to-back wins. You're coming off back-to-back draws. Do you see how that affects your career? Lamont Roach, when they enter you in the next fight in the ring, Lamont Roach in his last fight, a draw. The one before that, a draw. You're not even winning fights, but you're not losing them. So Esau Pitbull Cruz, a draw for him? It doesn't hurt so much. He retains his belt. He has his status, and the Mexican fans are still there, right? What the fuck is Jojo Diaz doing in the ring? Is he challenging one of these dudes? Is that what he's doing? Let me know what Jojo Diaz is talking about, because I can't hear it. But anyway, a draw was the worst thing you could have got out of this fight. It was the worst thing. You needed a winner, a decisive winner. Because who else is left for Tank Davis? Let's what do we think? All right. Oh my fucking word. This is pathetic. This is fucking pathetic, bro. Yo, listen. If Tank Davis ever, and Tank Davis, my man, my dude, I was in New York City. I did your press conference. I talked to you and Jake Paul, right? Tank. Tank, I respect you as a man, right? But you cannot be in a sport where the sport that you're in dictates the best of the best, right? Follow me, Tank. You cannot avoid your entire era and wait for the next generation in the next era to start to fight the young guys. What are we going to have? An uncle fighting his nephew? You mean to tell me you've waited we're at a situation where you can legitimately challenge Abdullah Mason. Yo, Tank Davis, if you ever fight Abdullah Mason right now, I will never, and I will do everything in my power to preach from the highest building that you are a fraud, that you waited to beat on a youngin'. You waited to beat on Abdullah Mason, a young boy. 10 years, you're minor. So you want to fight the next generation, or are you going to duck them too? Because the entire era that you were in, Tank Davis, you avoided all fights. I don't give a fuck what you said. I might use the word avoid it, and some of your fans might say, what? The fights never happened. So go put it together. So Tank, like, I can tell you right now, Abdullah's good. He might not be on your level. You're a seasoned fucking boxer, Tank. And if you went and beat Abdullah, I wouldn't give you no credit for that. Because all you did was beat on a younger kid. And I don't mean to call Abdullah a kid. He's a young man, right? He's just not on your level, Tank. But all of a sudden, he's in your era once again. And this is my opinion. This was the worst decision that could have happened because it gives Tank another scapegoat. If we weren't going to get any other fight, we weren't going to get Tank Davis fighting a champion, which seems to be the case, well, then I would have took Tank against one of these guys. But you got to sell it to me. You know, I had to see fucking Isa Pitbull Cruz stop Lamont Roach, or Lamont Roach stop Isa Pitbull Cruz. Lamont Roach walk away with that belt. And then, you know, and so forth and so forth. But what do you guys want? Tank Davis to fight who? Roman? Raymond Morataya? Is that what you want to see? Because he's not going to fight him. Because Raymond Morataya has the IBF, right? So, and Shakur is busy with Tio. He's not fighting Tank. As a matter of fact, Tank was never fighting Shakur. He was never fighting Tio. He never was going to fight Devin. Fuck. Tank wasn't going to fight nobody. That's why I said that I needed this fight to be something so that you could dress up a fight for Tank Davis. Without a definitive winner in this fight, what do you have for Tank? Yo, Tank, you're a fucking herb, bro. The fucking one of the best fighters I fucking thought was him. I thought Tank Davis was going to show us that he's him. I thought he was, man. That's why I always talked highly for him. That's why I know what I saw in Tank Davis. I know what I saw. He just never proved it. I know what I see. He just never proved it. So it can't be stamped. Tank can't be certified. He's like that guy that you know he could be certified. You're like, man, if I saw you fight him, that motherfucker will walk through you. Then all of a sudden he gets knocked the fuck out. And you like, oh shit. Fighting is different in my opinion. Fighting is from the show me state. You're going to have to show me. And Tank never showed me. He never showed me. And since he never beat actually either of these two guys, he went the distance with Esau, he went the distance with Lamont Roach. I was like, yo, I'm convinced that if one of these guys fucking knock each other out, I was like, there's no way we're going to the 12th round in this fight. We went to the fucking 12th round, bro. I was like, what the fuck, right? And then at the decision, we didn't get a fucking definitive winner. It was just the worst fucking possible situation, bro. At the end of the day, my theory was this, right? This was my theory, right? I said to myself, if one of these guys can beat the other decisively, they would antagonize or try to antagonize Tank Davis. Tank Davis could avoid the fight by saying, I don't want to fight for your interim world title because I'm not interested in your interim belt, right? Okay. So I trust me, I played this all out in my head, right? I figured that whoever won in this situation would have no problem vacating the interim. Because what are you giving up? If you, the manufacturer, the people that make the belt, don't consider an interim world championship a real championship status, then I don't. So if Lamont Roach would have won the belt and Tank would have got on his bullshit and said, oh, I don't fight for interim belts, well, then I vacated it. Now what? It would have been more pressure, plus the winner of the fight would have been more of an exciting fight. Because I thought of all this shit. So I was like, I was saying to myself, either Esau Lamont wins, Tank get on his bullshit, vacate that bullshit belt. There's no interim involved now. Now we can just fight. What's up, Tank? Right? And see what happens the second fight. You know, because it's always good. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you get a better fight, sometimes you get a boring fight. The second time you fight. You thought that Amanda Serrano and the Katie Taylor fight was going to be better than the first one. It was fucking boring than the first one. You know? At least we had blood in the first one, right? So there's a lot of fights that happen like that, where the first one was way better than the second fight. But sometimes you get a better fight the second time. You'll get knockouts because the fighters are more familiar with each other. So that's, you know, for future fights, I was like, you know, this is my fight where I implement Tank. I cover boxing. Tank is not the end all of boxing. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see him fight, right? So in this situation, Tank fits. Tomorrow's situation, we'll move on to another fighter. Terrence Crawford, Saul, anybody else. You guys know how we do. We talk about them all. But preparing for future fights, I wanted a better outcome out of this fight. That's all I have to say about this. So let me just touch in with you guys. Tank versus Roach. I see you guys, some of you guys are selling. Bang Bang Boogie selling. George said Lamont draw Roach. Yeah. Thank you for answering my question. Because I obviously asked you that. So I'm a little late on that. But okay, what it says right here. Damn it, I gotta zoom these in. I'd rather pop you guys on the screen because it gives me a better to see at least your name. Both draws, both take won that fight. Pitbull won that fight, both, but Pitbull won the fight. So I got one guy saying Lamont Roach won the fight, and I got one guy saying Pitbull won the fight. What's that tell you guys? It was a close fight. It was a close fight. Very close fight. I liked it. I got out my seat. It gave me excitement. You guys gonna rewind the tape and see me jump out my seat because it provided that for me. 100%. Uh, you know, I've been in fights where I fell asleep. At least this fight had me interacting, entertained. I saw some good moments in the fight. A draw, I can see a draw. Thinking back now, calm down, Edwin. I can see a draw. I didn't want a draw. I didn't want no draw. I wanted a winner. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted someone to win this fight. That's it. To challenge Tank Davis so that he has something to do. Then on to the Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. Then on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you guys, these boxers sometimes think that the belt is actually theirs. What they don't understand is once they're gone, there'll be another champion and another one and another one and another one. And we have a lot of boxing to talk about and to discuss. And I hope that you guys, as fight fans, boxing fans that like to see blood, knockouts, excitement, you do not allow one fight ever to deter you or take you away from the sport you like watching or the sport you love. Don't ever allow yourself to be, it's okay to be one boxing fan of one boxer. That's okay. As long as you're viewing the sport. So I'm okay with that. But be careful with that. Because once your guy gets knocked out or down, that's how you'll view boxing. And you'll fall out of love with it. But if you allow yourself to see the broader picture, what are they actually doing? Boxing. What does it mean to box? The sweet science. What is the sweet science? As you watch these men and women box throughout the career, you'll start to understand the sweet science. You'll start to understand that fighting is much more than just throwing punches. And that's where I'm at. Please, I invite you to catch up with me and the rest of the thousands of Round One Sports Talk viewers and subscribers and members and join us here as we talk boxing, real boxing. Not all of us are the best. Not all of us are boxing educated, but that doesn't stop us from watching the sport we like or love. So if you feel the same way like I do about the sport, I provide a safe platform here so that we can come and talk about all boxing. I hope you had a great time here at Round One Sports Talk. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Become a Round One Sports Talk member. And any day, at any given time, we will talk boxing. Today, we had some great fights. Let me see what my last type is here, right? Wilson, Roach ain't all that. Problem here. Okay. Wilson, let me talk to you for a second. Let me talk to you. Rocha ain't all that. Because why? Was he actually fighting for the first time in his boxing career a smaller guy? His entire career, he's fought guys that were slightly taller or taller, very much taller than him. It's always said, I've always heard big guys talk about it's tough to fight small guys because you got to get low with them. And they get you with that overhand shot that you don't see coming. So when Tank Davis battled Isaac Pitbull Cruz, one of the things I said coming into that fight was Isaac Pitbull Cruz is the smallest fighter Tank Davis ever fought. And Tank Davis found out the hard way what it was like to fight a smaller guy or a guy on his height, Lamont Roach. So both guys, because Tank Davis's whole fighting style is catered to fighting taller fighters. That's where he's successful, where he gets underneath these guys and hit them with big uppercuts. Tank Davis. He couldn't do that with Isaac Pitbull Cruz because Isaac Pitbull Cruz was even shorter than him. So when you say Lamont Roach is trash, why? Wasn't he the shit just one fight ago against Tank Davis? But now he fights Isaac Pitbull Cruz and he ain't shit because Ryo beat him. In your head. I know where you're going. I know how you're thinking. The problem is Lamont Roach finally fought someone that was shorter than him. Problem. And I think that's what happened. His adjustment to make to a fighter smaller, his body is trained to fight fighters that are bigger, to throw your punches up here, to work your way inside. But what you're doing is not working because he's shorter. That's against everything you've ever learned. Because you had to fight the bigger guys. No, Lamont Roach is the same fighter he fought Tank. He's the same fighter that won that 130-pound championship that beat Hector the fuck up. So it was just that he was in a fight that was very interesting. I talked about this. If you were going to attack anybody at 140, Lamont Roach, fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz. He's all of 5'3". They got him listed 5'4", but he ain't no 5'4". Right? And you went and fought him. Why? Because you guys were almost the same height. But Lamont, you were slightly bigger at 5'7". And Esau at 5'4", whether they want to keep that as official, I say 5'3". Now you found out you were in with a small guy. I think that's what happened. It was a more difficult fight to figure out for Lamont Roach. Isaac Pitbull Cruz was in his same element he's always been in, fighting a bigger guy. That's it. Everything in this fight that happened, that I thought was going to happen, happened, except the verdict that Lamont Roach was going to beat Esau in a unanimous decision. In my real money bet, I would have lost my money because I had Lamont Roach in a unanimous against Esau. But everything else that I talked about this fight happened exactly the way it happened. You know, I wasn't sure if Esau could beat Lamont Roach in a scorecard because we saw Ryo do it. You know what I mean? And like if Esau was going to win, We saw him how he did Rolly. We see how Esau did the rest of his other guys, how he stops them. So I was more on the sense that this wasn't going to go to the scorecard because Esau might have the opportunity to stop him, or Lamont Roach was going to show that the American slick style is that. And Lamont, for the most part, he really showcased the American slick style. I can't lie. Even though the fight went the way it went, yo, Lamont is his timing, his understanding of fighting was fucking on. If Lamont had that fucking pop behind his punch, he would have sat Esau on his ass. Lamont hit him with too many clean shots. Esau Pitbull Cruz. Lamont was catching him like shots normally you whether or not you sit him down with the first shot, accumulation of punches should have sat him down. Once you started catching him like that, he shouldn't have been able to walk through your power. That means Lamont didn't have enough power. That's it. That's exactly what that means. He didn't have enough pop. And because he should have sat him down. So Esau Pitbull Cruz, look, both fighters had their moments in this fight. It was a good fight. It wasn't the best fight I've ever seen in my life. No, but good fight. Not the outcome I wanted by far. No, because I'm always thinking about that next fight. Just like I'm always thinking in a fight about that next move. I'm always trying to stay one step ahead of my opponent. Just like I cover boxing. I'm always trying to stay a step ahead of the fight game and try to think the next fight. Now, where does Tank go from here? If he comes back, what entices him? What's good for him? He's not fighting no champions, right? Because that's Tank's MO. I'm not talking shit. I'm just talking facts. If this is your MO, you never fight champions, then what the fuck makes me think that you're going to do that now? If you never do it, you're not going to unify because you're always talking about not unifying. That belt ain't shit to Tank. So when I got to eliminate everything the hell he says, because sometimes I have a bad habit of putting my expectations or what I think I would do next with the belt on the fighter. I have a bad habit of doing that. I think that Tank's going to do what I would like him to do. But Tank Davis is going to do whatever the Tank Davis is the fuck he's going to want to do. He's Tank Davis, not me. So, for only Tank Davis, I accept that today, right now, the last 10 seconds. That's when I just started accepting it. It's 15 seconds ago. I just started accepting it. Right? Okay, Tank, I'm going to accept that. But who the fuck are you going to fight? Who? If you ain't fighting for belts, you ain't fighting for unifications, you ain't fighting the fucking top guys, what do you think I was going to think? The winner of this fight. You're damn right. I thought it was either going to be Lamont Roach or Esau Pitbull Cruz. Because neither of them are real champions. They fit right in your criteria, Tank Davis. They check off all the boxes in order for you to fight them. The winner. But we got a fucking draw. That's why I mean it was the worst case scenario for me. This is me talking my truth at Round One Sports Talk. And sometimes people get butt hurt. I could really care fucking less. I've already had one or two many of these right here. And I had a great night of boxing. I was entertained. I hope you guys were. I lost a fucking earring. It's probably in my bed or my room. I don't know. And I'm just fucking happy and pissed at the same time. I'm happy that I saw a good night. I saw Frank the Ghost Martin knock the fuck out of this dude. That was a nice knockout. Um, you know, uh, and at least if I'm gonna cover boxing, I'm not gonna shit on it as much. Boxing has enough shit talk every day. Fans all over the world come on fucking multiple platforms all over the world, claim to love boxing, but fucking all they do is just talk about down about it. Oh, this guy ain't shit. The WBC ain't shit. The WBA ain't shit. This ain't shit. I don't like this referee and this, but I love boxing, but claim to love boxing. But it seems like that's all we get in fucking conversations about everything except putting up boxing. But I hope you guys had an awesome time here at Round One Sports Talk. Um, I don't really have a lot to say right now. I don't even want to chat right now, really. I'm just gonna lock this stream down. I'm gonna go back tomorrow and read all your messages. So on my next live stream, everybody that says something here, I'll probably address you then. I'm just tired. I've been in a fucking baby shower all day and shit and fucking doing shit with I had to drive everybody home. Look, I'm exhausted. I got to watch these two fights. I'm excited. I got, what I wanted to see. Not happy, not sad, not mad. It'd be one of those days sometimes. Mama said there would be days like this. So fight fans, listen, guys, uh, tune in next time. Um, Tomorrow, Sunday. Why don't we go on Sunday? Let's say 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. I will see you guys here 11 a.m. tomorrow. If anything you guys want me to answer, I'm going to be dropping the link tomorrow morning, a.m. We'll have the recap show in the morning. If you guys want to come on, I'll address all your messages. I'll make a promise and a commitment that I will get up and I will do a live stream tomorrow at 11 a.m. So meet back up here at 11 a.m. And we will discuss all these matters. So, fight fans, I'm on to the next one. That's the sound of the bell. Um, and please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, the like button, subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. You guys have been the best. Peace.